A former law enforcement officer with Pike County and the town of Summit is now charged with impersonating a law enforcement officer in Louisiana. Police in Lafayette Parish say Edwin Silence is no longer an officer with either department. However, investigators say he still had not returned several pieces of department-owned property. Deputies say at least one victim reported Silence displayed a badge and wearing a uniform in connection to a stalking complaint. 2 AR-15 style firearms and a police agency's pistol were also recovered.